Of course, we keep having meetings with them, right?
See, now, it should be live now on Facebook. Okay?
Well, see, now I just heard the blink that says I got a notice that says you're live.
Well, that's a good sign.
So let's see if I just open it up from the notice, I don't think I get the StreamYard.
All right, that's all. Terry said, not a problem. He had tickets down, so.
Yeah, see? So, let me close it out here. This is what happened. If I get your notice saying you're on,
Yes.
I hit it, and that's all I get. And it doesn't say sign in anywhere.
Good.
And I thought it disappeared, so now I know to go to the USSV group, find you there and then hit it.
Yeah.
If I can't make it live to the meeting here.
Right.
And then I can sign it on.
Right. And what I'm trying to do, my next step, okay, is
You're doing okay for OA day with the technology.
what I want to try, what I tried today
That's what,
is
I said to the girls.
integrating
"Get some
Zoom
platelets."
Hmm.
And I
to
said, well,
this.
I had one day, I was on the
Yeah.
table.
Yeah, do you have a Zoom account? Or you use a free Zoom?
There's a free Zoom and you can do up to 100 people.
Oh, yeah. So if you did Zoom, I used to do Zoom for work all the time when we went remote.
Yes, so did
Well,
Ed Carlson, you know.
And we used to have our
blood's
group
coming out,
meetings
take
on
what they
Zoom
need,
and
put
they're
it back in the other room. So.
As a matter of fact, we would have company meetings
You have a history of it, they'll give you a
and
couple.
just because company paid for it, there'd be 200 or
But if you
300
take too
people on
much,
Zoom.
you can't ask us.
But they have us all up on the screen. And when you wanted to make a comment, they make you large so everybody can see it.
Up to 24.
See, now what's nice about Facebook,
Last year,
I'm not going to
I don't know,
say,
they take it out, spin it down, and then they put the other part back
Facebook
in.
is closed captioning immediately,
It's too warm.
even though it's not that great.
Right.
And, yeah.
Well, Zoom does, you just have to enable comments from whoever signs on.
YouTube
I did 13 times last year.
is slow, it doesn't
13
Right,
places.
yeah,
It
so,
doesn't do it
No,
closed captioning.
yeah.
up in Preston Junction.
All it does is good for watching and listening to videos.
So I did,
Yeah.
13 platelets and 8 plasmas. And the plasma is good for burn centers and stuff like
See,
that.
it says,
The platelets are good for cancer.
can't
And they
tell.
tell me where they
Swipe
site.
left, I don't see
That's
it.
great, yeah.
Where's my comments?
Makes you feel better.
You-
Oh, much
Are you doing pheresis? I heard you talk about platelets and white blood cells. You doing pheresis?
Yes, sir.
Ah.
I did it this morning, I did it back on the 2nd of February, and
It was funny when I was in new school, you know, we were getting paid shit, so we needed extra money.
You needed money.
So there was a bunch of pheresis centers in Orlando,
oh, okay.
and they didn't track you very well. You were only supposed to do pheresis and get white blood cells like once a month.
Well, right now, you can give, with platelets, you can give, as long as you're spinning it down, you can give 24 times a year. So basically, they say every 5 days, your body makes enough, say you can give it. So I did last year, I did 13 times for the platelets, and then I did 8 plasmas.
And we just used to go to different clinics twice a week and sell our plasma, so we could have enough money to go.
That's what my son-in-law said he was doing up in Lehigh University.
Made you a little anemic sometimes, and you didn't want to catch a cold, but as long as you ate a lot of beef and kept yourself healthy, you could rebuild your blood.
Out in Hawaii, they just give you a little thing of wine after you get done.
Nice.
And instead of sticking your fingers, they give you the bottom of your earlobe.
Well, the wine would be good for thinning your blood out. Maybe shit faster.
But the thing is, a couple times there, I went and gave, donated blood. I felt like a thief after I did it. And then I went down and I hit it from Waikiki back down Hotel Street, and I spent the rest of what I just made.
For a long time, they wouldn't let me get blood, because I was over in British Isles Station there, eating their beef. And they finally, about 2 years ago, they rescinded that, and now you can get blood.
The mad cow disease they had over in Europe and that, they rescinded that now.
Yeah, that's why that is because I ain't be there, afraid my blood was tainted with bad cow.
That,
I was on a submarine, see, no.
or milk,
You were, man.
or milk.
Yeah,
Milk was the other thing, that's what they were saying to me today, that they did away with that.
yeah, so they finally rescinded that, and I don't have family, I'm just saying positive.
Yeah.
Now, my wife is AB negative, so is my daughter,
Yeah.
so they're at the rare group.
Oh, yeah.
They used to call her up to Philly, to the Spring Garden, to the main
Sure.
place, all the time. And one time I went up with her, and the next thing I know, there's a bunch of people running over to her chair and covering blankets on her and slapping blood pressure cuffs all over her. And so I told her, I said, you're done.
Yeah.
They took too much.
Took too much.
And her blood pressure's like 100/60 anyways.
Like I
So,
said, yeah. But I like that they told me where they sent it, you know, it's pretty cool.
what kind of blood you got?
A positive.
A positive?
Yeah. I've given, let's see.
Hey,
Not bad for an egg ganger, huh?
not bad.
That's good.
You eclipsed me. I was looking for myself in a picture.
A
You
positive,
eclipsed me.
so far donated 60 units to them. So,
My wife over her lifetime was up to like 24 gallons.
yeah, I did 6 whole, I didn't know about this stuff, about the platelets and the plasma. But I've given over 6 gallons of whole blood. And I say, right now, last time I gave, I did 1 plasma and 2 platelets. So I'm up to 60 units now. And, I like it. It just
Oh, it's worthwhile.
It makes-
They always need blood.
makes me feel good.
Yeah.
When I gave whole blood, you can only give every 56 days. And so it gives your body a chance. I said, why do you want to give blood? I said, I'm getting retired, get rid of that old tire stuff and give it to somebody else, and I'll make some new.
Yeah.
Get an oil change.
Does that all your cholesterol? I wonder.
No,
No.
I don't think so.
No, it doesn't do it?
no. The new blood your bone marrow makes has got the same amount of cholesterol as you normally got.
But it-
That's what they make statins for.
Yeah.
You know, just take a statin.
And diet has a lot to do with it.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I was on statins, it was killing me, the statins, my leg, I get cramps and my legs were killing me, the statins. My blood pressure was going up, I stopped taking them.
Yeah,
I feel a hell of a lot better.
I've tried to convince my cardiologist that, and for some reason, about 25 years ago, my doctor put me on a statin because my good cholesterol was just a little high.
Just a little high.
Just a hair. And
Yeah.
half the time I don't remember to take them. And my blood work looks great, so. My problem is restless leg syndrome, and when I get an arthritis attack with that going full bore, like last night, I felt that the spasms in my
Oh,
leg.
it
I
hurts.
thought it broke my
It
leg.
hurts so damn bad. Hello, sir. How are you?
This is the sub beds, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
There's a sheet over there if you want to sign in, right by the table when you come in, and there's the agenda there.
Yeah, I have neuropathy and restless leg syndrome. It's horrible. I haven't been able to feel my feet in years.
Oh, you got neuropathy, yeah, so you don't know where your feet.
Several years ago, probably 5 or 6, I was out working in the yard. I think I probably found the only nail in the board out there. I was cutting some old timber, and I went to lift my foot. There was a board stuck in my foot. I never
Never
felt
knew it was
it
there, yeah.
So I put and I'm using the chainsaw. My wife's next door to mother's house, so I'm yelling for her to come over. But I can't reach down and grab that thing right and pull back my foot. She thought I did something with the chainsaw. She's freaking out. She's coming over looking for blood. And she said, "What's the matter?" I held my foot up and it was boards up to the bottom. Bob Gross.
Hello,
So
there he is.
I'm leaning over the big wall. I got my foot up like a horse.
I had different answers.
I understand.
The funny thing with neuropathy is you can't feel it going in.
No,
It's in there.
It's a low tire pressure,
White
white foot tire.
Just grab a hold.
Yeah, but I'm on 295. It makes me nervous when you get that. Pull over 30 pounds. It's not low.
No, it's,
I think it's the weather though.
my daughter just had one a week and a half ago. She blew a tire out on the turnpike.
Ouch.
And she was just getting ready to, when she drives, she does 80. And I said, oh man, I was lucky. She just before she got to the main line. And I worked on the Pike for 37 years, so I went over and got her towed and
Rear or front?
front right.
That's the worst one to do.
You ever see people, they're trying to change that tire as fast as they can on the turnpike before?
I'd rather wait for the emergency vehicle to get there and block the traffic.
I lied, she goes the other side of the sailor.
My daughter, she goes,
I wasn't
yeah, she
trying to
has to be running in the right lane.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it was,
You get
Ethan Allen.
She's got two speeds, all they had to pull and stop.
I didn't
You go 80, you get run over on
Did I see
turnpike.
Guy downstairs?
I hope so. He said he was gonna be here. Wayne's selling tickets too. Anybody, he'll be up here.
Let me tell you, the worst blowout.
Okay.
Hey, that's downstairs. Tell him to come on up.
Go down, take the diving alarm down and ring it.
I'm sorry, Con.
Now, it's one of the worst blowouts I ever had. I was towing my 29-foot travel trailer and I hit a tractor trailer tread. And it blew the tire
Oh,
out.
sure.
And it ripped everything out. It's a double axle trailer. It ripped everything from the back axle out on one side, gas lines and everything.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And let me tell you, those things are scary when they ain't got all their tires on the ground. We were on New York State Thruway, we were probably doing about 60, I never go over 60, 62. I see these people pulling these travel trailers at 75, 80 miles an hour.
And your tires are smaller. So your tires are smaller and they're going even faster than your main tires.
Yeah, no, actually,
You're going to.
I got 17-inch tires on my current one, but, every trailer tire they make out there is rated for 62 miles an hour or under. We stay away from those fools.
They still have the bearings on that? Imagine how high that gets.
You want to, I worked on a turnpike for 37 years, and I did cabling, and the cable was on alongside the road. Tractor trailers would go along by, and your lug nuts would come off,
Oh, yeah.
come past you. You get those at 60, 70 mile an hour. It's only
That's
that
like a
big.
damn bullet.
It's like a bullet.
Pardon me.
It's faster.
Did you see the chairs missing on the steps? There was a gremlin here. See what he did? Get over those stuff. You never saw that movie?
That's, I don't think yet. How you doing, sweetie? Everything's going good?
So what are we supposed to do, just hook our belt buckle onto the track and let it pull?
You know what, I was hoping, because I talked to the commander, yesterday, talked to him the day before, and, I don't know what happened there, but they disconnected it. My estimation, it looks like somebody put something too heavy on it.
Using this elevator.
Yeah.
Trying to get a case of beer up here.
Well, no, maybe they have.
Couple of full kegs.
Couple fulls. Couple full submariners.
There you go. If it's there, we'll play with it.
Yeah. Did I give you that?
Got you.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah, and
Sorry. And,
oh, you said Wayne's here, someone take
Wayne's downstairs, so I'll take your chest. Ed Clemson's here.
He's signing in right now.
Ed, okay.
We'll start.
Yeah, I got some updates on people and things. I was hoping to have their tickets here tonight, their coupons for Wawa. They texted me last Friday on the 19th that they cashed the check, everything was done. And after 3 to 5 working days, of course, we had Saturday, Sunday, and the holiday. So we lost 3 days there, so I figured, well, they would be in the mail today. So,
Have we been doing all right with that?
this is our third one, yeah, 150, 150, 150, so 450 tickets. That's to the tune, when we sell all these, it'd be $900.
Yeah, I'll probably do another,
But like I said, I wanted to have them here tonight.
about your
I'll put you one right here, just in case you needed the yellow one. But Debbie had some yellow paper in there. And I said, all right.
I like the color.
Yeah,
I'll have to bring up a boatload of yellow, green, and pink I got at home that I don't use for anything.
All right.
Yes, sir.
We ready?
Yes, I think we are. Everybody, uncover, please. Dive. Governor prayers on the back. Paper. Almighty, everlasting God, protector of all,
who put their trust in thee,
hear our prayers on behalf of thy servants, who sail their vessels beneath the seas. We beseech thee to keep in thy sustaining care all who are in submarines, that they may be delivered from the hidden dangers of the deep. Grant them the courage and the devotion to fulfill their duties, that they may better serve thee in their native land. Though acquainted with the depths of the ocean, deliver them from the depths of despair, and dark hours of absence, drunkenness, and good spirit. Bless all the kindred and loved ones with whom they are separated. When they surface their ships,
may
may
they
they praise thee, for thou art there as well as in the deep. Fill them with thy spirit, that they may be sure in reckoning, unwavering in duty, high in purpose, while upholding the honor of their nation. On to the boats. USS Barbell, USS Shark, USS Amberjack, USS Grayback, USS Trout. Have a moment of silence for our departed brothers. There's a port of no return where ships may ride at anchor for a little space, and then, some starless night, the cable slips, leaving an eddy at the mooring place. Gulls, you're no longer. Sailor, rest your board. No tangled wreckage will be washed ashore.
The Creed of the United States Submarine Vendors Incorporated, to perpetuate the memory of all shipmates who gave their lives in the pursuit of their duties while serving their country, that their dedication, deeds, and supreme sacrifice be a constant source of motivation towards greater accomplishment, pledge loyalty and patriotism to the United States Constitution.
Pledge allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you everyone for coming, I appreciate it. We'll start out with the introduction of members and guests. We'll start with
Jim Madden, I qualified on the USS George Bancroft, SSPN 623 Blue, in March of 1989, near Port Canaveral.
I'm Bob Gross. I qualified on USS Tecumseh, SSPN 628 Blue Crew in June of '66 in South Pacific.
I'm Jim Gary. I qualified on USS Irex, SS 482, August 1964 in Groton, London, Connecticut.
Ed Carlson, I qualified aboard the USS Angler, SS 240. I think it was in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Who remembers? In May of 1967.
Sir?
I'm Wes Rathman, qualified in the USS Swordfish, SSN 579, and I must have been at Pearl Harbor.
Guy Garvey qualified in June '76 for USS Will Rogers, SSPN 659 in Rhode Island.
George Wolin, SSN 679, Fast Attack, left Norfolk, qualified well underway, going to Bremerton, Washington, back in 1984, forward ET.
Nathaniel Green, SSPN 636 Blue Crew, Marches of '83, somewhere in the middle of the North Atlantic. Let me qualify.
Chris Vincent, USS Menhaden, San Diego, California. And online watching us is Greg Bling.
Welcome, Greg. have, Wayne Callis is downstairs, he's the vice commander. I didn't say that, for those that don't know, I'm the commander of New Jersey South, in name only. But it's because we are the organization, it's not just me, we are the organization. We honor the service of our WW2 veteran, we have one, Calvin Moon, pardon me. Calvin Moon will be 100 years old on June 18th. And for Memorial Day, at Arlington, Calvin will be out there, and he marches with us. He did last year, and as long as he's got his health, he said, he will be there. We said, you could sit down, we can do this here. He says, I'm marching with you guys.
Are you gonna make the commission?
We're gonna find out. Oh, that's
I
something.
see one of the seven.
Did you get the update? Commissioning is not until September 14th now.
Ooh,
So you guys should probably be able to make it.
yeah.
So I wanted to let you know that.
Oh, that's.
But yeah, but you were gonna be gone.
I got one correction.
Yes, sir.
Greg Billings, USS Nebraska, SSBN 739, Kings Bay, Georgia, 1992. Guess who else is watching? John Theotonio.
John, welcome, John. John was, he was the previous base commander before me. And say, welcome, John. Say, it's good. Like I said, we can't forget our WW2 member. We had many here when I first joined in '92, and but we still got to honor them. We're still here to perpetuate the memory of our fallen people. Again, thank you very much. And if there's no question, we'll go to the secretary's report.
Regular meeting minutes, New Jersey Bay South, USSVI, Friday, January 26, 2024, Yardville, New Jersey, 1930 hours, VFW. Officers present, Bob Gross, Wayne Michalis, Jim Madden, James Garrett. Call to order, prayer, flag salute, tolling the votes, introduction to members present and guests, honorable number 2 minutes.
Oh, I thought they were telling me the name was.
Chaplain's report.
Let me interrupt, so I get anybody here with a 55th. Anybody need a 55th?
Guys are doing good, we're on a big pot. 3 for 2. Or as many as you want.
Where are you going?
Where are they going? As soon as I get done here, go downstairs and pour.
Here, the child, including number 3, give them to Chris, because last time I was here, you were always thinking,
Okay.
empty money.
I'm in for 5, Wade.
Twice done.
Wait, I just said, a dollar change, right?
No, I don't need anything.
No? Okay. But he got yours.
Huh?
He got yours, he said.
Thanks.
I got yours. You bought mine the last time I was here.
Oh, okay.
Empty money.
Yeah.
20 hours. No. It was a little, how big was the soda bottle?
Well,
About 8 ounces?
no, they usually they do a Coke bottle for about that. About 8 ounces.
Should have came
Oh,
early.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I used to get like RC Cola or
Yeah.
whatever. It was a little glass bottle about that big.
Well, they had the even smaller, they were 7s.
Yeah.
They were 7s. They were like,
At the end, club over in Scotland, that's all you ever got was that they were all good.
Yeah.
And then they give you a couple of the shot, and they could find a brother Coke, you got a little Coke, and then a shot of rum and a glass with ice.
I went to A school in Meridian, Mississippi, and you were allowed to drink at 18. One day they did.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, it was a lower percentage beer, I forget what they called it.
Yeah, 4-2 beer or something
Yeah,
like
something like
that.
that.
I remember that.
Still not drink enough of anything.
did everybody sign in too?
I remember the night we had there,
I'll get you know.
the duty section would line all the sidewalks. When they would leave the E club, they'd all stagger, and they would just keep pointing towards the bar.
Yeah.
The good thing, it's pay is he's one person.
My wife keeps saying, throw those things out, throw those things out. Let's try this one here. Who else wants a ticket?
Oh,
Okay. Get right here, Wayne.
and our cook, he went to A school there just before me.
Try that.
He was a Filipino guy. And I said, oh, I love Mississippi. I said, I had a great time there. I go into town, and he goes, I wouldn't know, the only time I left the base and chased my back.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm sorry.
So,
We all go.
Bob, Roy Hertel's watching also.
Okay.
Roy Hertel,
Okay,
okay.
hold on. Yes, sir, thank you. They don't work. Should throw them away. What's going on?
They have a flyer at that class.
Very good.
Yeah, Larry said to me, there's a guy here. I seen him yet. He said he's coming.
I don't get it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's almost.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah, he does that. I said, everybody else is here. I gotta get me, Glenn, you hold mine. I don't know when.
He comes up here and gives the number. All right, where we leave off? Chaplain's report, clinical list, John D'Antonio, Dave Lucas. Departed, Eugene J. O'Neill and Thomas A. Skorupski. Minutes of November meeting read by secretary and approved by members present. Treasurer's report given by James Gary. One CD totaling $15,690.12. Checking account, $5,512.92. Scholarship, $4,439.23. Total treasury of $25,642.27. Report accepted and read by members present. Committee reports, membership, Steve Vincent, approximately 124 members. Newsletter, Bob Gross. John is too sick to put out letters. Ways and Means, Dave Lucas, no report. Scholarship, Guy Doherty, no report. Tom's River Memorial, Bob Kloop, no report. Tom's River Memorial Cricks, Charlie Gromick. C. Gromick, no report. License plate, Ed Carlson. 3 ordered, 4 sold, 10 more are on the way. New Jersey Eagle Scout Program, Chris Vincent, awaiting request. New Jersey Boat Sponsorship, Jim Gary, USS New Jersey is our boat. Old business, use your membership business card to promote our organization. We need a volunteer for chaplain and newsletter. New Jersey Commissioning, April 6, 2024, 17 have signed up. Membership profiles at www.ussvi.org. Wawa fundraiser, $6 per coupon. Supply spent, ordering more. New business, we need a new memorial plaque. For the good of the order, nothing. Meeting closed with prayer by Commander, Chief of the Boat Ed Carlson, Sound and Surface, James Madden, Secretary, New Jersey Bay South, USSVI.
Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes that the secretary approved? If not, I'll entertain a motion to accept them. Second, or your second? All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Opposed? All ayes have it, thank you. Okay,
That's the money.
the treasurer's report, please.
As of today, we have $25,678. We still have the 1 CD. It's due October 25th of this year. The interest rate is 5%. It's $15,690. We have in our checking account $5,548. In the scholarship fund, we have $4,440. Our year-to-date revenue is $1,190. Our year-to-date expenses are $950. So we've shown the net income of $240 year-to-date.
Are there any additions or corrections or questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the treasurer's report. Second, please. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
10.
Ayes have it, thank you, sir.
10.
Okay, chaplain's report, again, Chris says John's on there. John D'Antonio was past commander before I was on, and he did so much for this organization, people don't realize. He had a newsletter, and he put out a lot of information. Chris is following up and doing a lot of stuff. If anybody wants to go on YouTube or Facebook. Right, Facebook. He puts a lot of information out, and the more people, what we're trying to do, not that we don't want people our age, we want some young people. And that's not too much to ask. But the thing is, our average age, I forget, is, up there. But we still need our age group. We need some young people so we can get them out.
Speaking of Facebook, if you're on it, you should sign up and look at the submarine school posts, because they show the new graduates and everything, and you look at them and they look so
Oh, they're
young.
kids, they're kids.
I know,
Well, you gotta,
well, usually, say seaman, a lot of seaman recruits, seaman recruit whatever, who hails from, look at their home state and everything.
We need some youngins, and, because, I'm sorry. If anybody has any ideas of how we can get more young people involved, we talked about putting out information, as guys are getting ready to get out of the Navy, and Groton base is one of the places that a lot of guys get out from. And the Navy said, that privacy laws can't do that.
74.
So, we're banging our head against the wall, but if you know anybody, so many people, Ed, you found people at different places, Wawa's, churches, Chris Vincent's found a whole bunch of people. And Home Depot. If you see it, wear your hat, have the card on you, and maybe we can get some young people in. That's really all we can do. If we're gonna keep this organization going, and it's not here, it's not just this organization. You're talking about the Legion, you're talking about the VFW, you're talking about submariners, Marine Corps, churches. Churches have the same thing. Getting young people in. We gotta find something to make it interesting for them. And again, I'm just ranting and raving, but our future is our young people. Where's all the tickets? I won't be back to the horse still. Too far now.
It would be helpful if National, was at very few subbases, put out a sign in front of all those subbases that USFBI exists. I don't think they do that. I'm not sure what they do other than throw money down the drain on the website.
And National just moved to over to Groton from Seattle. They just moved the base, the offices and everything else, the national offices, from Seattle over to Groton. So that could be a positive. Yes, sir.
Well, they just put a recruiting sign up at Rosie's in Groton, or the Green Wheel in Norfolk.
The horse and
Guys
cattle,
hang out.
horse and cattle out in Sanford.
Yeah, I forgot that one. Yeah, you're free
But,
with that.
but the,
74.
it's just, if anybody has ideas,
74 for here, I'm gonna go down and go, 73 going to the winner. Next month, I'll be put extra $1. Okay.
I didn't have this started earlier because our friends downstairs, the VFW 491 has a fish ride. And, just curious about different things, whether we're legal or not. I talked to the commander said, yes, it's fine. And that's why we had 50-50. Otherwise, we'd have done it earlier, and there was probably more people down there. Shame on me. But from now on, we know. Thank you. Okay, committee report. Anything else on,
124 for committees.
124 for committee? Okay, thank you, Chris. And, how many minutes?
124.
124. Jerry Bell was just downstairs earlier. He can't do the stairs. Jerry's a E8 chief, and he's one of the ones that used the stair chair. That's why I'm a little frustrated with that. And he wants to come back, and he's a very, very dedicated member, as everybody that shows up here did. But like I say, he came in and did he make a donation to his community? So, but it's he promotes a lot of people. He's got somebody from down Maple Shade area, and Chris is down in Maple Shade area. And the more people you can see and get them to come, they don't have to come every meeting. Because you can come out once, twice a year. just come out and help support us, just promote us. Our Town Magazine, Jim Gary put that out to, I guess you contacted them first. And yeah, I talked to John, the publisher, recently, and we're still in there. Every month, well, actually, every 2 weeks, the magazine comes out. It goes into places like little restaurants, Italian people's bakery, and there's a whole bunch of spots. But
That's how I got in. Through that little area code. You did one after you did.
exactly. And they had a wrong address for us one time, but I called John, John corrected it, took care of it. So, whatever we can do. Now, since we got a commissioning coming up on the new submarine, the New Jersey, in the fall, I'm gonna see if I can't get John to put a little article in there. You know, any submariners, if you're interested, come on out. But, you know, like I said, like Chris has on Facebook and YouTube, if you want a license plate, submariners license plate, you have to be a member. But, you know, Chris has got all the information there. It's on YouTube and Facebook.
We're gonna have to write an article for the submariner about the New Jersey Commission.
That's correct.
And we're gonna have to get a picture of Cal.
Yes.
And guy, you know, give us a flyer.
Sure.
We gotta write an article.
Exactly.
I was a little disappointed with the commissioning outreach. Yesterday, I went to my heart doctor, and there comes in. He wasn't some guy, he was a Navy dive guy. And he didn't know anything about the
commission?
The commissioning. And so I referred his wife, because she was in better shape than him. Go to the website, knowing that they changed the date.
We may have we don't have a winner up here, somebody walked out. Ready? 482 403. 403, way before me.
609.
Huh?
I was 609.
Oh, 403, I'll be there. That's me.
That's you? Well, how
got
did you
it?
say? You might,
You don't get to do with it, but you
You
get
got it, there you go.
Oh, yeah, you're lucky, you're lucky, no.
You know,
I'm
Scott,
gonna go down and tell him.
Yeah, 13
I
works.
gave you a 74, just a
Number
74.
13 works.
How about that 13 worked? I'll be there.
Here, let me check your ticket, make sure you.
Ed, put
That's
it,
it.
give it to Scott.
Thank you, Eddie. Yeah, thanks, nice. I go down and tell
Fill it on the alley.
Thank you, sir.
Quick question for you with that commissioning.
Yes, sir.
There's probably thousands of people there.
That's the problem.
But do you think they're gonna have any tours at all?
I don't see that.
Well, they told us yes. I talked to the commander, the base commander for, or the vice commander for Earl's weapons station, and he said they were figuring on having about 5,000 or 6,000 people. They were going to do tours, but the boat's not only going to be there; it's still going to be the same place for the September 14th. Still going to be at Earl. They get that mile and a half pier out there, but they said it's going to be there for about a week. So if it's going to be there for a week, you know, they're hoping to get pictures of it coming in, and then when it's there, maybe not happening that day, but the boat's going to be there. And Chris Vincent's been putting out things on the web there for us about the USS New Mexico. You had the Indianapolis, wasn't it?
Right. Yeah, I put out a couple of them.
There was two different tours that showed you. One, the captain took everybody around. One, like a second class, took everybody around. And it's pretty neat. Then you had what, a 688 class.
Right.
That was in the yards, and they took people through and see the differences. I can't wait to get on board.
I went on to 688 when I was in sub school. He said, "Oh, go down." They're encouraging everybody to go see what the boat was like.
But things have changed considerably. As I say, Chris has got it on here. And if anybody wants to see that tour, it's worth it. You know.
You guys ever been on a Trident?
I could have.
I tell you what, being a fast attack sailor going on that thing, it's like, oh, you boys are stretched out. This is nice. A little track around I'm talking a nice track, 10-man staterooms. I'm like, you have no idea what it's like to sleep in a torpedo boat.
Kind of diesel boat,
Oh, diesels, they're even tighter.
kind of. We didn't have ice cream machines, and we didn't have water.
Wah, wah, wah.
But the paradox of when the ships were made of wood and the men are made of steel.
That's right.
You didn't have an oxygen generator.
What's that?
No, oxygen generator.
The other thing, did you have an oxygen? You had an oxygen generator, that little diffuser. And I remember one of the gags was they would stick a cigarette in it and let it get saturated with oxygen, and then slip it back in the guy's pack. And then when you lit it,
Oh, that's a great shot right there. Oh,
We used to just climb up and block the diffuser off, short oxygen for a quick wake up. And it was good for a calendar too.
nice, man.
The A guys used to run it and they would move the light, the colored light for a calendar.
All right, we did membership, Ways and Means, Dave Lucas. Dave Lucas is our Ways and Means person. I went over and saw Dave on Monday. He's in rehab over in Hamilton Township here, about 5 miles from here. And David he did take one time off his book. And they're trying to figure out what's going on. Dave had close to 32 stents in his arteries for blood flow. And so they took some out, they're working on it, they're gonna do more things. Right now, he was telling me that they're talking about doing the hyperbaric pressure thing. Put them in a chamber and keep them, it'd be like two hours a day for like 5 weeks, and get the blood flow going better, get circulation going better. And so, Dave was always our cook here for our picnics, anybody knows. He very, very dedicated man, he's very involved with the VFW 491 and with the submarine veteran. So keep him in your prayers, and I told him, I said, I'll be over and see whatever we can do to help you out. I'll be more than glad to do it. Okay, so that's the story on Dave. And
he's getting better.
yeah, he is getting better. His attitude's good. I mean, Dave's a good guy. And like I said, his whole challenge is, what can you do for us? Like Kennedy used to say, what can I get out of it? What can I do? And that's Dave. Let's Ways and Means, scholarships. Guy, do you have anything?
Nothing new.
We have any applications for? Nothing, okay. And the shore-based scholarship, anybody want to put an application in? The deadline is April 15th. Ours is May 15th, is that correct?
May 15th.
May 15th, so anybody wants to put an application in? We've got a scholarship committee, Eddie Carlson, Chris Vincent, and Guy Doherty.
Yeah, I know my grandson will put it in as soon as, my youngest grandson, as soon as he selects his college.
Understood. So that's with scholarships, okay, thank you. License plates, Eddie, you got anything?
I really only have like 3 in stock, 10 on order.
Okay.
But I had one person approach me the other day, and he was gonna take the, one of the last 3 in stock. And the way, because I've had cancellations, he was gonna get a good number, 1,700. That's a good number. Somebody got 707, so, but he tried to sign up online, and he had to double over time. And that's the second time I've had this happen. And I usually just call Dennis and he'll walk you through. I don't know if Dennis would move to New London. Is he gone?
Yeah, I think he's not gonna be there.
Yeah, I would think.
He's gonna go there to train people.
Okay.
He's training people.
Do you know Dennis? Guy? You know the last name?
Nardone.
Nardone? Dennis Nardone?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
No, he's
He's a warrant officer.
the.
But it's, I said, call the main number, and I haven't heard, so most likely, they'll figure it out, and as soon as he joins, what will happen is they'll email me a copy of the receipt, so that proves his membership, and then I can.
Exactly.
He lives in Brick, so I tried to entice him to come joining us because of someone here.
I understand.
But I don't think he was too inclined even to go to South Tom's River when I told him we met in the courthouse and was dry. But unfortunately, the gentleman has heart issues, brain issues. He was going through brain surgery, so
Understood.
another person to keep it on prayers.
Okay, that's it for license plates. Any questions for Ed? We'll go on the Eagle Scout program. Chris, do you have anybody?
Nope, I haven't heard anything lately.
All right, sir.
No,
I appreciate it.
no report. No.
I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Are there any CDEP programs around here yet? Or are they like gone by the wayside?
John Dempster used to run a lot of those, but I haven't. Do you know of any, Chris?
Yeah, my grandson's in the one on the New Jersey Navy Sea Cadet program. He meets every Sunday on the New Jersey. Of course, I don't know where they're going to meet here. She's going into dry dock here.
There's
And
nothing in Trent anymore?
They used to be over at Baker's Crossing Road. They used to have, but they could still be over there. I can check on that for you.
We're gonna move that in March.
Yes.
You know what's a good spot, I would think, if you ever go to National Park, the end of Hassanah, the Red Bank Battlefield?
Yes.
Get a good view of the
295,
river.
right down the-
Yeah, that's where I think I might go to look at it. Years ago, I was going over the Commodore Barry Bridge?
Yes.
I was driving over it, and all these cars were pulled over to the side, and everybody was out in the car.
Battleship?
Now they're looking at the Kitty Hawk.
Okay.
It was a weird sight because on it were all their personal cars and trailers and trucks and everything. They were changing duty stations after the overhaul.
Old business, I usually have the thing in here is need a volunteer for chaplain. And New Jersey commissioning. That's what our business would be. Has been changed to September 14th.
They explain why?
No, we have
Sea
not.
trials?
Captain Joe Lario told me, well, sent me a text, I guess he put out quite a few, that the Department of the Navy decided to change things. I don't know if it's politics, if they want to bring another boat online before, or whatever, because we should have been in there. The Rickover come in before us. The New Jersey, I don't know if it's politics or whatever, but it's just that they changed it with no information. Mike Bost, which is the D2 commander, he said, I'll find out, and he's got nothing. So, but we'll find out, but everything's still status quo where it's going to be. It's going to be September 14th. And it's going to be down at World Naval Weapons System. And I think maybe they needed more time to figure out, because when we talked to the XO from Earl, they were trying to figure out where they're going to park vehicles. You were saying there's going to be a lot of people. The military's supposed to have, the submariners are supposed to have priority before a lot of, with the exception of your politicians, I'm sorry. But, they're gonna be there, they're gonna fly their banners and everything else, but it's going to be, and just thinking this, it's just prior to an election. Is it politics? I don't know, that's an assumption, and you know what that means.
There could be some concern about the depth of the water on that pier.
Yeah, but an awful lot of boats have been in and out of there. A lot of boats been in and out of there, and it's one of the new boats, so they don't draft as much as some of the old stuff.
They get freighters in there all the time.
Yeah, so I don't know, if I find out anything, Chris is looking for it all the time. He's checking things out.
Hey, Bob, while we're on the New Jersey, the flag,
Yes,
expect to get in next week.
okay.
As soon as I get it out, so you guys a text, so I have it, and, either show you guys, I'll take a picture of it.
Yeah, take a picture and send it to Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll let him get it out.
Our flag here, you just talked about flag. Our flag on the pole is shattered. The wind out here is constant. And I talked to Dave the other day, and he says he has one, but that's at his house and that. I don't know if we should just order another one, because we usually put one up Memorial Day.
If you don't want to bother him, let's get a new one.
Yeah, I don't want to step on his toes.
Well,
You know,
that's his opinion.
Yeah. But if not, I'd like to get the authorization to get another one, because I was gonna get here early tonight and pull that one down, because it's a bad reflection on us. And it's a bad reflection on me. Because
Is there a way out there with better, maybe with better material?
it's the nylon. And out here, it just, the wind blows all the time.
It seems like it gets torn.
I know. Cause I got my Navy flag at my house, and I got wind all the time, and I'm good, man, it's going good. I don't know.
Ours flew down.
Seems like it's maybe 3 months and we got.
Yeah,
You gotta buy those flags, American flags, military flags. If you're not spending $75 or up,
oh, they're not cheap.
and when you look at the stitching, you want 3 or 4 rows of stitching all the way around that island, because that's what rips the flag.
Yeah, exactly.
So you pay for it, but
There's a,
Do you remember did you ever go to the USS Olympia down at Pell's Landing? And they always had a new flag to fly. I remember they called it the flag ornament. And what it was during Vietnam, people would donate their flag, you know, from the dead soldiers. And it was really disturbing because they had it in a hole down in the ship. And I never saw so many flags. And, you know, you get perspective how many dead bodies, you know, each flag represented. And occasionally they'd pull one out to fly. It would have 48 stars on it. So I guess they had them back for even World War II, you know. So it was, I guess it was more than Vietnam. They had a lot. So, I don't know if it's like that today, but they had so many flags down below.
there's a flag store on Route 9, I guess Bayville, that I use all the time, because I don't like buying the cheap flags at Lowe's or a Home Depot, because we want a real good flag. I got my Navy flag there, I got a couple submarine flags there, so I'll look into it and see how
Okay, because like I say, it's I just feel that this, you know, disrespects what we do.
it is. I'll fix it.
Yes, sir. All right. Next order of business would be Wawa fundraiser. I said earlier that I was hoping to have them delivered to the house, and I would have had them out here for tonight. But I will have them out. They'll probably come tomorrow. It'll be it's tomorrow. Again, we pay $4 for the coupon. We charge $6. You get 150, so it costs us $600 for the coupons, and we make $900. This is going to be our 3rd time, so it's not hard to sell, you know, and it's for the Wawa shorties. And I've had it a couple times where they gave me the wrong sandwich and they said, let me have a coupon, that's fine. You know, they give the whole sandwich. And, like I said, it's their brand, so.
Usually when you get a supply, it sells out right away.
We had. I just did, when we first started, you know, I didn't want to go over, spend over $600 and find out that it wasn't gonna go anywhere. When they went real quick, and then we got our 2nd batch out, and they went really well. So, you know, it's something you really don't have to do. Ed's wife, Chris's wife, do a lot of time. You brought the information to us from your wife. You can't go wrong. You're helping someone, and our whole concept is, you know, perpetuate the memory. So we're putting things back in to the public and everything else. So if we can support that, and I will have them here. If anybody needs them, if I have to, I can drop them off to you, stuff like that. So my next thing was, we talked about it last month. Some people can't make night meetings because of the eyes. You know, they can't see, especially during the winter. You can't see, it's really tough. Is anybody interested in trying to do a Sunday? We did a Sunday a few years ago, and we had 12 members. What do we have tonight? What, 8, 10, 12?
I thought we ought to try it again.
We did.
2 online.
Sir?
2
2
online.
online, yeah, that's 2 online.
When did we do it?
Do you want me to poll, send an email and poll the?
Yeah, I just, because if people will come out, I can set it up, we can get a meeting
It was
here.
March of last year we did it.
Okay,
It was March 26th.
okay.
The other thing is the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to have it in the evening?
Well, they don't open here till noon.
So we did it at 1 o'clock.
We did 1 o'clock, that's what we did.
Being a working guy that I am, Sunday evenings.
Well, you are eating, because.
Yeah, how about Sunday at 1 o'clock? Yeah, I mean, but that's taking part of your weekend, because you still work. And,
I always see you start playing sports, but she, right now she's not on the weekends.
but it was just that,
I say, one of the contributing factors that made me join this club was that it was on a Friday night. You know, compared to like, because I think they advertise the other ones, and they're always, you know, a Saturday afternoon or whatever. Somehow Friday night seemed like,
yeah, like Philly Base, they do a Sunday. Shore Base does Friday nights down at Tom's River Municipal Complex. And then every 3 or 4 months, they do a Saturday down in in Howard. I just, you know, it's up to you guys.
Sure.
Yeah, the only reason 1 o'clock, it kind of kills the whole day. That's the problem.
But if we can get in and have a meeting, have people come and keep it short, you know.
Well, still you have to come, it kills the whole day. That's the
It's-
problem.
yeah.
I mean, if we have it at night, that's a little better. At least you can do something during the day, and you can come, you know, Sunday night. That's my only input.
And the other thing I was thinking too was, like I say, if we get more people out, we'll go back to the feed night thing, you know? I'm not gonna do it when they have their fish, right? Because I'm not gonna step on anyone's toes. But we used to have mid-rats downstairs after a meeting. And you get a little camaraderie, and it was always fun. I can call and get pizzas, but like I said, I'm not gonna order a whole bunch of stuff and then have nobody show up. You know, if you get 8 people and you order 3 pizzas, you throw money down the drain. Yeah, I mean, I can, I'll grant you, I can order the pizza when I see what we got in the house. That's not a problem. But it's just a little incentive, instead of if you're still working, you rush home to get home and then have to go out, you know, eat and then come here. If there's some food after, a little, like I said, mid-rats, it don't have to be big, whatever. And try it. But it's, I just want to try and get our membership up a bit.
I think we ought to try it again. If we did it last March, Sunday, the 17th, that's St. Patrick's Day, we're not doing that.
I can go downstairs and check and see if that date is available. And
we'll go to the parade.
would you say 17th?
17th.
Do you do it on St. Patrick's Day?
Oh, no. The bar open downstairs?
I'm sure.
So Titanic on.
There's a lot of leprechauns down there.
But I just have to make sure that there's nothing scheduled for up here.
I remember, you know, what's it called? In Philadelphia, the Penn Treaty neighborhood, it's like around Fishtown, a big Irish area. And I had to go to work at a school that morning, 9:30 in the morning. And I couldn't believe how many trucks were walking down the street at 9:30 in the morning. It's always a nice spring day, usually St. Patrick's Day.
Sun's always over the yard or somewhere.
You would just see these drunk guys walking every St. Patrick's Day. They wake up drinking, you know. She liked the parade.
If you go to a parade, go to Belmont. It's like 3 hours long. Biggest parade I've seen. Seaside's pretty good. Hamilton's, I've been in the Hamilton one. That's good.
We're near Gloucester City.
Belmont, ooh, that's a parade here.
That is great, yes it is.
That's a parade.
All right, like I say, if anybody wants to try, I can try, but see, our next meeting is right now scheduled for March 22nd. That'd be a Friday night. If you want to wait till a little bit later in the season,
Once the time changes, it's not too bad.
right.
You know, that's the problem. Driving.
Like I say, I can always, April.
Well, here's your schedule for all the meetings.
Yes. If anybody needs a schedule too, I got one for the whole year. If anybody needs, I got them right in my bag here. April, that should be, the fourth Friday should be the 26th. You wanna try?
So we're actually having a meeting in July? Since we don't have a picnic?
I was going to, yeah.
And November, that's, how close is that to Thanksgiving?
November?
You said you have the 22nd.
Yeah, I have it because, I moved that up so we're not in conflict with, the holiday. Because Thanksgiving falls on the 28th. So, we usually do that one a week earlier in November.
The 22nd is the fourth Friday in November.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay, because everything's a little bit later, So, but if it's, anybody wants, if you want to try, I can check on April. If anybody wants to do that, I can always, change that up. Right now, it's scheduled for the 26th. And Easter was early this year. Easter is on the, I believe, the 31st. Yes, 31st of March. Needs to be very early.
We'll be at sea.
You want to wait till next month to make a decision on a Sunday meeting?
Yes.
I think the question first is, do we want to have the Sunday meeting? And agree that we either want it or we don't. If we want it, then we could work on a date.
That works for me. Like I say, I'm game for all of it,
I make a motion, we have a Sunday meeting,
Okay,
date to be determined.
okay,
I second that motion.
okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
No,
Okay.
that happens early.
No, sure. Okay. Here. Sunday meeting to be determined.
Oh. Battery die?
Is that what that was?
I don't know. Hope not.
Sounds like pacemaker.
Yes.
It's still projecting, so we're in good shape.
I'm on my Facebook, Chris Vincent is now live on.
We're all in live TV.
Hey, Chris.
Is it live or is it memorized?
Under new business, I really don't have anything going down right now. I talked to Jolly Gromack and Gromack, Jolly Gromack. And Charlie's health is better. He's still doing his physical therapy. Bob's been backing off a bit. We talked about the board. I'm gonna call on the board of that board. We approved that last meeting. And you can see the things on the back wall over there. We got 3 more downstairs. We got people that have passed, and there's 48 on each board. So we got 3 of them right now, and I'm gonna order the next one, and we've already got 2 people. Gene O'Neill is one of them. And there's another one I got in my book.
What's that thing cost?
$750. For the smaller one.
We approved.
That includes the brass.
That includes the brass, includes the engraving and everything, yes,
Oh, okay.
yes.
Like my wood shop can make the plaque, but I can't do the brass.
Yeah, the brass, and, let's see, I updated things, and, it's just, we're trying to keep everything down there, right above the shuffleboard, anybody, you probably didn't see it because everybody's playing shuffleboard at this moment. But, we have 3 of them down there, and I'm gonna ask for more room, if not one, move some up, and then do them up here on the wall. And, tickets, okay, we already did, we just said 1774. Okay, sea stories, does anybody have any sea stories they'd like to bring before the organization?
No, I was recruited into a subject reserve meeting here in Brooklyn at 8:17. I think I came on August 31st. And that December, on my Christmas holiday, they maybe sent me to London. I don't recall, it was for 10 days for some sort of training, like a pre-sub-school training. But I remember it quite well, because that was the weekend that the base opened up the new EM Club overlooking the hill. The beer was free, and the drinks were half price. They closed the Marine EM Club, figuring with all this beautiful new building, they didn't need it, they closed it up. But Monday morning, you know what we opened? The Marine EM Club. Because sailors kept throwing those Marines right at the plate glass windows. It was a mess.
Anybody ever do a missile launch at Port Canaveral?
Yeah, we did from the south.
Remember that little E-club that was there? It was called the Greenhouse or something like that? Oh, yeah. But they had it in Cape Canaveral. And when the British came in, there was a lot of fights with the British at the club. I don't know why, it's because they drank a lot. Our boat had to supply the shore patrol, so they would have a guy there in his blues with SP. They always picked the skinniest, smallest guy they could to be the security. You could sit there at the door.
Well, you see a lot of fights is at British pubs. And the reason for that is they sell that one beer that's not carbonated. And without the carbonation, there's nothing that tells you that you should stop. And they just get drunker and drunker, and it becomes dangerous in the later hours.
I remember down on Rosie Roads, we pulled in, we had about 12 Navy SEALs right us. And they were doing their stuff, and we pulled into the club there at night drinking. And there's, girls there, of course. Some guys are all out there dancing. Well, the CB battalion that's there, they started making fun of us, right? Then all of a sudden, word got around that there were like a dozen SEALs within our group somewhere. All of a sudden, everything got quiet. Nobody wanted to mess with us no more. Because they grabbed the wrong arm, boy. Get ready to fucking shake my get clocked hard.
Down in Key West back in 1960, late 64, just before Christmas, New Year. And the locals weren't too happy with, it was Air Force, it was Marines. it was Coast Guard, you name it, all the branches. And of course, all the young guys, they're dating all the young girls. And they then weren't happy, so they went there and beat up on a couple individuals. Well, the base commander down at the Navy base, he gave Dungaree liberty. They cleaned house, and there were no more problems down there.
Yeah.
And, yeah. But I said, well, I wouldn't believe that was, yeah, they did. So,
Well, who mentioned Puerto Rico here? Was that you?
Yeah.
Remember the Black Angus?
I don't remember, but you know what, I remember the Carousel Bar in St. Thomas. You remember that? That
We
was,
pulled into Frederickstad in St. Croix, there was a firing range. Fast Attacks and Boomers, at different places we went, you know. But, yeah, Frederickstad, we did some damage there. And Hondo, Spar Grill.
that was actually the St. Thomas, Puerto Rico was actually a good stop.
That's a good start.
And, we were doing an op where we were testing some equipment, and we had to go from London down to the warm waters of the Caribbean, and then over to the Mediterranean, and I remember when we went from San Juan into St. Thomas, back to San Juan, we were ready to go out, and we went up, we only had 3 engines on that boat. So we were not allowed to cross the Atlantic with 3 engines. We only had 2 operational, so we had to go back in. So they contracted a local firm to manufacture the part, but they took the money and drank it. So we were in Puerto Rico for a month until they got the port flown.
Puerto Rico's nice, I like Puerto Rico. I've been there
Yeah,
about
but
12
it was a good place to,
Spent a lot of time in Puerto Rico.
Well, we were supposed to go to Roosevelt Roads, that's a port in Puerto Rico too, somewhere?
Yeah, Rosie Road.
Yeah, we never, they got our hopes up.
There's a seating battalion, it's the biggest area for square miles that the military has was in Puerto Rico. So on that base, hitchhiking was allowed.
I was on that, I guess I was the base that we pulled into.
Roosevelt Road.
Yeah, I didn't remember the name of it. I remember the cruise because we went to Rotor and then we went to Mallorca, and then we submerged to Mallorca, and we went from Mallorca to the edge of Turkey and back, all submerged until we came back up, which means being a diesel boat, we snorkeled a lot, which was really very dangerous. And but where's Mike?
Maybe downstairs.
Yeah.
He never came back up.
And when we came back, hit Rona, we were tied up right next to the Scorpion. We made
Oh,
it back. They did not.
they did
Yeah,
that, right?
and you know, that story came out years ago when that admiral was on his deathbed. What really happened?
We were there. That was a hell of a trip because it was the anniversary of the Navy. So when we got into, oh no, it was a different trip when the Navy flew me to, when I took my first boat out of commission, I only had about 5 more, 6 more months
People sign it in and out.
on my active duty time. So they said, you can go to any base, in the world, but it was a sub base. So where was I gonna go? Hawaii or Guam but I had a shipmate who went to the Met with me, and he was on the Bloody. He came for the Bloody, he had qualified in the Angler, went to the Bloody, came back, and we stood watch together on that Met cruise. So I said, well, I'll go back and hook up with my friend. But that was interesting because they flew me over to Rome and then Naples because I had to meet the boat the next day. I could have stayed and just waited for them to come in, but it was going to go back to Mallorca, which is a great liberty port, and so it was the weekend of the anniversary of the Navy. So the Bloody was sort of like the guest of honor at a reception on the base, and very sophisticated, right? And you know how Navy sailors, we could get really whacked out. And, we used to only have 2 drinks, bourbon and ginger or wine and whatever. But I had this urge for olives. So they're coming around, I said, can I get a bottle of olives? Oh, no, you're gonna have only a martini. So I said, that's okay, give me 2 glasses of martini, I eat the olives and I see the glasses of the martini. But that was, we really, when the booze is free, us sailors knew how to abuse it. We had I think it was our navigation officer, he was a lieutenant commander, his career was over. They picked him up at the embassy, urinating in the front lawn, his career was gone.
And that happens.
But then, we went to Rhoda. And Rhoda, we did the same thing, another ball in our honor and another free drunk. And we were bad there, it was like that old movie with the Mr. Rogers, who could be really bad. We got back to the States. The Bloody only had two places to go. Either did a Med cruise or did the Northern Run. We were persona non grata. We were not allowed to go back to the Mediterranean.
See, I never went in there, I was all up north. And we used to pull on the Holy Lock to blow steam off. And then from Holy Lock, they'd run us over to London, to the base over in Portsmouth. And we had quite a fight over there at Portsmouth.
But they come in the 6th Fleet. We were persona non grata. Fortunately for the Bloody sailors, that boat went out of commission a year later.
Good old days.
Anybody have anything else to bring up before the organization? If not, we'll do a closing prayer. Grant us, O Lord, that we as American Marine veterans
We continue to help our fellow veterans,
those in need. We thank you for the people assembled here and pray. Bless their happy works. Be with us, we pray. Amen. You want the service what, honey? Okay.
3 times.
3 times. Watch your ears. Anybody got hearing aids?
Go ahead and close the door.
Thank you. Thanks everyone for coming out. Make sure everyone signed in. I'll clean it up. This is yours, Jimmy.
You guys, I got you some lead fill heat on it. I can't believe I got a whole bottle. Hey, Dan,